Okay, so want to do a quick video on kind of a buying tip that really extends beyond just typical point of sale systems for retail stores and restaurants. It applies to questions and planning related to EMV, which is getting a lot of calls and emails about that. So I thought I'd put a quick video together. So, real brief video, just a quick overview of what EMV is and then questions you should be asking about EMV. So just in case you're not aware, EMV is an agreement between Europay, MasterCard, and Visa related to the acceptance of chip-based credit and debit cards. So the US is catching up with the rest of the world. And the compliance date in the US is October 1st of 2015, or what they're calling, instead of compliance, they're calling it a liability shift, which I'll explain in a moment. And so this applies to anyone and everyone who accepts debit and or credit cards as payment. I'm not just talking about retail stores and restaurants. I'm talking about anyone, DMVs, etc. So with this liability shift, what that means is if you don't comply, meaning you're not using EMV compatible software and hardware, then you're 100% liable for any fraudulent transactions. And then just as a bonus, not only are you out the money for any fraudulent transactions, but they may take away your ability to accept debit and credit cards as payment. And I'm not sure how many businesses out there can survive just accepting cash and checks as payment. So, big thing to keep in mind. So what are the questions that you should be asking? And again, I'm going beyond my normal expertise when it comes to retail stores, restaurants, and museums, because I also work with a lot of government entities that use credit and debit card processing equipment, as well as several that use point of sale systems for tracking the sale of items and purchase of items or services. So here are the questions. Will I need any updates to any software or apps that I'm using? And obviously, what will the updates cost and when will they be available? Will I need any new hardware? When will the hardware be available? And of course, will there be any costs? I don't like surprises, so if you're like me, it's better to plan ahead and know what's coming down the pike. Will I still be able to use my current merchant account? And then, of course, are there any other costs, like labor to perform any upgrades or hardware replacement that you need to be aware of? And part of this is if you can't get definitive answers, to me that's a warning sign. So if you've got existing equipment and you can't get a definitive answer on those questions, then it's time to look at other companies that can offer you a definitive answer. And again, not just talking about traditional point of sale systems used in retail stores and restaurants, that track customer information and inventory and food sales and things like that, but standalone credit card terminals, cash registers, app-based solutions that run on a tablet or a smartphone, all of that. Now, even more true to this is if you're just getting started and the place you're talking to that's providing, again, whether it's just a credit card terminal, a computer-based credit card processing system, or a true point-of-sale system that tracks inventory and customer information, if you're just getting started and the place you're talking to can't give you answers on those questions, that's a huge concern. Because you're looking at investing some money in a system and then facing the chance that in less than a year from now, you may have to spend more money, to upgrade or replace equipment. And that just, to me, that doesn't make sense. Better to plan now and be happy down the road. So there you go. Like I said, it was a quick video. If there's any way I can help with some free and unbiased information, here is my contact information, and I'll put that in the video description as well. Thanks.